Oscar, what's up? Are you scared? I know it's scary, huh? Don't worry, Shanti. I'm good. Oh, good.
Soul Scuddy, mommy, Soul Scuddy.
Ryan Hall. Let's see what Ryan Hall has to say, Oscar.
That might be a result of the problem that we're having there. If so, that's crazy. That's crazy. We're about to have a large
Doesn't look too bad yet.
populated area with much less warning than what there should be
Ooh,
as a result of that.
I take it back, I guess.
Guys, all I can tell you right now is if you know anybody in Somerset, call them. Call them right now and let them know what's going on. I'm not kidding. Like, this is a big deal. This is a
That's
huge
good.
deal.
Scary storms, huh?
The
Scary, scary.
Oak Hill, Urban, and Ferguson here. The good news is, once again, the sirens are going on. The sirens are going on.
Oh, hi, Nishant. Leaving for your second paper. Oh, I'm sorry to hear. How was your exam? Did it turn out well? Did you have a good feeling? Hi, Christopher. Evening shift, okay. Sitting on porch, relaxing. There's definitely no porch sitting here in Tennessee right now. It's getting a little scary. The storm front is coming through about 19 miles per hour, almost 100 miles per hour for some parts. So it's gonna be interesting. So even without a tornado, that can be really destructive. Oh shoot, it's coming through. Oh, it's getting scary. I just saw half a tree blowing over the street. First paper got smoothly. That's great. Hi, beach girl. I'm gonna put a leash on Oscar just in case I need to evacuate. Come on, Oscar. And then it's 100 miles per hour wind coming through. Tornado or not, it's dangerous. Go on. We can't. I'm serious.
I'll get off after this.
Well, it's coming through. Got some Ryan Hall playing in the back. Thank you, Nishant. I hope so. Definitely a lightning show. It's hard to estimate if I need to go downstairs or not. I don't think it's here yet fully. But the trees are definitely going crazy. Ooh, that's gonna be. Huh. Okay, I'm probably gonna go down in 5 minutes or so. Be careful, everyone. Everyone, Tennessee, Kentucky, please watch out. Middle Tennessee and Kentucky. So what you see there is the border to Kentucky. So that's
hopefully
in
everybody
the
in Sunset knows.
north.
All right, and we've got to be sheltered here. It's hitting the town now, at least on the southern side. And you got to think too. We're looking at a radar. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I'm going to come over to the WeatherWise app. I got the premium version, so I can go into the reflectivity settings here and turn on 3D radar and tilt it like this. Okay, and I want to show you what I'm talking about when I say that we're far away from the radar and why that matters. So this radar site over here in the Jackson, Kentucky area, it's scanning the storm, right? And we're seeing a two-dimensional slice of three-dimensional clouds. We're only seeing like one slice of the storm. And the slices that happen really close to the radar are close to the ground. So if there was a tornado close to the radar, we'd be able to very easily identify it. But no, look at Somerset. Somerset, this is actually quite elevated. We're looking up.
Hi Nash. Yeah, crazy weather. I'm checking out Ryan Hall's stream right now, just making sure. I feel like he's the most accurate weather man. And I have the National Weather Service on my computer at the same time. So we'll have winds up to 100 miles per hour coming through in a couple minutes.
It could actually be trailing behind a little bit. It could be this way. So it's hard to tell the exact location of where the thing might be doing damage on the ground because we're looking at up so high.
So even without a tornado, it's actually pretty dangerous to be close to windows. Because anything can flow through the air at that speed. How much I love it. I'm not a fan of bad weather. Exciting, yeah. Kinda, I agree, but I wish I could just watch it from far away without being there, you know. I love watching Ryan Hall just because I agree it's exciting. I think weather is actually pretty cool, and just to see how like forceful nature is and how much respect people should have for the weather. But I just wish I was in a storm shelter or a basement or something. I hope so too, thanks. Oscar will protect you guys. Thanks, Nash, I hope so. Oscar, did you hear that? Got a big responsibility tonight.
Problem that we have right now, the most life-threatening thing that's happening in America is the storm that's going through Somerset, Kentucky right now. We got a 62 knot D-Rock with a huge tornado.
Let's see if we see any sharp clouds when the lightning lights up the sky.
Major tornado that's going through Somerset and Ferguson in Kentucky.
Yeah, I will try. Nash, I'll try my best. Always do. It's definitely in my interest as well. How's Florida? Everything calm in Florida? Anyone from Ohio? It would disappoint. I don't want to disappoint you, obviously. Oscar neither. So, Oscar, you got a job to do. You gotta keep us safe tonight. I will definitely dip out if it's getting too crazy, and I'm just gonna end the stream abruptly, so not trying to be rude or anything, but if you see the stream ending, it's definitely getting crazy over here, and I will evacuate. Oscar is asleep, I'm sure. In Ohio it's calm so far, that's good to know. Oscar is, he would sleep, he was sleeping, but I just got him out of bed and put the leash on just in case he's ready and I can grab him and we can leave.
And go towards the Stephen Sky service, Clay Hill Church, eventually up there towards the White Lily Community Park. So if this is, if this is on the ground,
the thunder is actually pretty calm right now. It's not as crazy as I thought it would be, but it's still a couple minutes out, I guess, to get here. It's starting to rain now.
we might be a little bit obscure because we're looking up higher in the sky.
Let me check the computer real quick.
The storm went over the Walmart and Texas Roadhouse and all this stuff right here in the core of the city. By the way, Clarksville, this is what it looks like out there. Your severe thunderstorm is moving through Clarksville, Tennessee right now. There's nothing to be concerned about. We've got a strong storm capable of producing some damaging winds moving through, and it looks like the power's still on. So that's good news. But yeah, what you're experiencing right now, I expect about 15 to 20 minutes of this, and heavy rain is going to continue for quite some time in Clarksville.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave the camera on to capture that storm. I don't know what's gonna happen. What's going on? Hi Shuriken, how are you doing? So we are getting some storms that are blowing down from Kentucky. So apparently we'll have 100 miles per hour winds. So far no rotation or no supercell above us. So it's looking okay. Tornado-wise at least, but 100 miles per hour winds, even without a rotation, they can do a lot of damage. So considering actually taking shelter downstairs, even without a rotation. But at the same time, I'm kind of curious how it looks like. So, you know, the human problem, kind of curious how it's gonna look like out there. And I won't see it when I go down.
This is what we refer to as the Mountain Weak Echo region, very common with strong supercells producing very large tornadoes. Guys, I don't know. I'm honestly scared of what we're going to hear about from Summer Sanger and Ferguson. This is a huge tornado.
Ryan Hall just said there's a huge tornado in Kentucky. So it's like a massive eye in the middle. So it's far away from here. Not too far, it's actually kind of close, Somerset. But it's north from us, so I think we're not going to be affected by that one. How is Georgia looking like? Shuriken, everything good there? I love watching thunderstorms and lightning. Usually, not on a day where I know there is a huge tornado risk in my area. It's kind of unsettling, to be honest. But I do like that I have a good view in the sky here, and I can see it myself with my own eyes. I can watch the news or the weather channel at the same time in Ryan Hall. So I feel like I'm prepared. Be safe up there, sister. I appreciate it. I try my best. I just looked at the live radar and the line of storms looks so very gnarly. Yes, for sure. Kentucky is getting hit real bad right now. And we're in Middle Tennessee. We're not far from Kentucky. But I don't want to say I'm glad it's going through Kentucky and not much to Tennessee, because I feel bad saying that because I don't want other people to get affected. But at the same time, yes, I am selfish and I don't want to be affected myself. So I hope it's just going to go through the more like the recreational area where there's not much residents and not many houses, and more like just nature. Even though I feel bad for the animals too, obviously, but I mean, still better than if people get affected by it. Georgia is all clear. Okay, that's good. Very good. It was so stuffy today in Ohio this evening. I'm not used to this humidity. Yes, me neither. I had the same feeling today. I said it to my husband when we walked Oscar like 2 hours ago. We both noticed how humid it was. It was like super sticky. Like you could feel it on your skin, like the humidity just sitting on your skin. Yeah, me neither. I haven't acclimatized yet. What a word. Same here. Hope the cats are inside. Oh yeah, they're always inside. Not the stray cats though, so they will be outside. There's no way I can catch them and put them inside my house. Okay, wanna sit down in the chair? Yeah. Here you go. Sit down in the chair, Shepsy. Oscar, you want your cuddle blanket? Yeah, blanket. There you go, Shepsy. So you can't see the storm. I wrapped Oscar in his blanket. So, okay, get ready, you guys. The rain is gonna come in strong.
Tornado that just went through, Somerset, Kentucky, that's moving off to the east now towards Pittsburgh and London. So we're hoping that everybody takes shelter. The good news is that we have a brief moment now where the tornadoes will be going a little bit more of a rural area now. There's still going to be some houses, but there's going to be some homes here that are being
Okay, Reinhold just said what I said. He said the tornadoes in Kentucky that are close to us, they are going through the rural areas right now, like state parks, recreational areas. So at least they're not hitting residential areas right now. Guess that's some good news in a bad situation. Maybe a bad time to mention, but a couple years ago, the farmhouse on Meg's family's farm in Western Tennessee was destroyed by a tornado. Oh no, that's terrible. Western Tennessee, oh. Yeah, Western Tennessee can be really rough. I feel like Eastern Tennessee is a little bit safer just because they're a little bit more protected with the mountains. We are not very protected by the mountains, so we do get the bad weather a lot. Not as much as Ohio or Mississippi or something like that, but we definitely do get really bad storms. I'm very surprised that the wind is coming from that direction. That is not a good sign. Okay guys, it's coming through now. It is super crazy. Let me check the weather app again. I'm just making sure I'm not missing out on a tornado. That's looking crazy.
So it looks like right now in Clarksville, Tennessee, as we got severe thunderstorm coming through right now. Running about 60, maybe even about 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Next in line after this is done in Clarksville, we're going to see this hit Springfield, Pleasant View.
Okay, there's still some cars driving around. If that was me, I would really just park somewhere real quick and wait until this is over because that is extremely dangerous. Getting hit by a power line or by a tree, I would definitely park somewhere on a big parking lot where there's nothing around me. People are crazy. Like, they don't have any will to live, in my opinion. If you're still driving around in that situation, you definitely gotta value your life a little bit more. Hi, Saga. And yeah, really sorry to hear that hurricane. It's really terrible losing a house to a tornado. Yes, it's live, Candice. That's Florida level lightning. It is super humid today. Middle Tennessee, ugh, it got stuffy here. Go outside? Yeah, probably not. That's definitely not the moment to go outside. I just saw branches flying around in the sky. Whoa. That definitely hit the ground. That might be a loud one. That just hit the church over there. Right into the cross. I'm always, when there's thunderstorms, I'm always looking at churches because the cross is always like the first target for a lightning strike to go in because they're just so elevated from the ground. Holy moly, that was a big one. Yeah, that was a strong one. For sure. It still was a little bit further away because the thunder took a while to get here. But I would probably say not more than 8 miles or so. I like standing under the porch. Yeah, just puts life in perspective. Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely. Just seeing the force of nature and just how scary it can be, and that you have zero, like if the weather wants to get rid of you, it will. Like there's nothing you can do about it. And just shows how tiny we are, and yeah, not different than animals or anything in nature. I mean, we do have houses and shelters, but if you live in an American house, it's not really doing anything for you unless you have a basement. Tennessee having a Mediterranean type of climate. Yeah, I think that's a good comparison actually. It's definitely way more humid, but I would compare it to Italy, I guess. That's the closest I can think of. Thank you, Candace. I'm trying my best. Yes, I am. I have Max Velocity and Ryan Hall on. Thank you so much, Candace. To you too. I hope you're safe where you are, and thank you for the tip with Max Velocity. For anyone that doesn't know him yet, sometimes if Ryan Hall is not streaming, I watch Max Velocity. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I like Max better, sometimes Ryan. But Ryan does a great job of covering Middle Tennessee just because a lot of his subscribers are from Middle Tennessee. He just made a joke earlier about that. My cat's running around like crazy right now. Thank you, Candace. You too. Be safe out there, or even inside. Be safe wherever you are. I just see a person walking around down there. Like super slow to her car. She's just taking her sweet time in that lightning show. I would freak out. Complete polar type of climate, somewhat of Alaska. Oh, I got you. Yeah, just because you're probably very used to the hot weather and you probably want a little bit of a change of weather. Definitely understand that. Saga, I couldn't deal with the hot weather all year round. I'm not made for that. And here just started. The summer season just started, the hot weather and humidity. And I'm already complaining, and you just have to deal with that every day. Zoom into the sky a little bit more. Yes, there's a little bit. Slightly. So it's still Nashville, but a little bit closer to Kentucky. Check my weather app again real quick. properly anymore. Guess the internet is going out.
We just got it in. It's a strong, 2 tenths tornado, go through, Somerset, Kentucky. Or at least just Somerset. Oh, man! That's pretty sad. The tornado itself is getting stronger as it goes away from Somerset. Okay?
Come. Rusty, you don't have to be scared. Come here. Come, come. My cat is scared. Oh yeah, that's okay, Saga, don't worry about it. We definitely have a huge time difference, so don't worry about it at all. I can definitely understand. If you would live stream, I would have the same problem, so don't worry. 10 to 11 hours. Yeah, I think it's 11 hours actually. Why, Rusty? Are you scared? I know you don't like it. Let me see what the one is at.
Let's see if that video is legit. We'll come back to that. Let's go back over here to City.
Okay, there's still some more coming through, so we'll wait until it all passed. But feel free to leave, obviously. I know you're all not affected, so it might not be interesting for you. Ew. There it comes, talking about the devil, he shall appear. It was, yeah, that was a loud one. We had a really loud one a couple days ago, like that went through my bones, that really woke me up. That was a crazy one, so we might get even louder one today. We'll see. I mean, I remember traveling around a bit in South Austria into Italy. It was like 2 totally different climates. Oh yeah, for sure. It is crazy. That is very true. When I rode to Croatia with my car, like a road trip to Croatia, and just the difference of just a couple 100 miles or even 100 miles was crazy in climate and how everything looks like. So yeah, Austria and Italy, definitely huge difference, even though it's so close, it's right next to each other. It'll probably be a mess out there. It'll be, all the trees are gonna be affected and all the, oh no, my squash. I just looked at my squash today. I was so happy.
It's raining.
It is.
It's raining.
Remember how proud I was of my squash shots?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's probably gone, honestly.
I'm just glad I don't have to work.
It got so big. I know, you don't have to work tomorrow. Stay safe, Ami. Gotta get up early in the AM. No, can you please turn it off? I'm trying to have the weather on.
My bad, shorty.
You have such a hard time to find the water. Oh no, where's the thing? I can't see anything in the apartment. Good night, Nash. Thank you so much for tuning in and for hanging out with us during the storm. It definitely helped me calm down my nerves, having you all here with me. So thank you so much and see you next time and be safe. I know the weather is luckily not crazy in Florida, but you never know. Florida, everything is possible when it comes to the weather, I guess. You'll be scared. Have you visited any city that is closer to international date line? I don't know. Where's that line? I don't know. Ooh. Schatz, do you know international state line?
Maybe I do.
What is it?
I'll tell you for a Scooby Snake. I'll tell you if you cha-cha real smooth.
The Mid-Pacific Ocean and Rocky Falls.
Yeah, well, clear, buddy, and, Somerset, and,
Greenwich, New Zealand. Mid-Pacific Ocean.
That was a good burn.
Oh, no, that's probably the West Coast. What's dividing Asia from America? Learn something new. Thanks, Saga. I just learned something new. So I just saw that the international state line goes between Asia and America, like they're both continents in the ocean. Isn't Greenland south too? So there's Greenwich, which is 0 degrees in England, and basically Pacific Northwest or Pacific West is where the state line is close to. Oh yeah, I remember I asked you guys about your plans for the weekend, and I forgot to tell you mine. So today my plan was to go to the theater, but because of the bad weather, I canceled it and changed the dates to sometime Sunday probably. So probably on Sunday we'll go to the theater to see a play. And what else? Probably just some really boring stuff like grocery shopping. My life is actually very, very normal, average, boring most of the time. So yeah, probably just maybe go eat somewhere on the weekend as a treat, so I don't have to cook. You know, getting a little break from cooking is nice once in a while. So probably that, and I think a friend of mine wanted to try a new ramen place. Because he passed his exams, so we went to celebrate with him. So yeah, gonna eat ramen, I guess. I'm gonna go to the theater to see Peter Pan, and grocery shopping, and that's pretty much it. And I'm trying to edit some videos, so it's raining, yes. How about you, Saga? Did you already answer in my community post? I haven't checked out all the messages yet, but I'm gonna check it out later once the weather calmed down. Ooh, the wind is blowing. Those poor trees over there. It do be raining, indeed. Okay, some more rain is coming through, it says. So we're still not done yet. That was a bright one. If you were a weather type, this would be you. Nice. I take it as a compliment, even though I probably wasn't. Y'all are funny. I learned that if you take everything as a compliment, even if it's not meant as a compliment, you can never be offended. I was not so active since 2 days due to work, planning to visit somewhere. Oh, like going to a different place, like inside the country, or are you, trying to travel internationally? It's like a, and yeah, I get that. Work can be busy. Not much time for anything else, right? I'm drinking my first glass of water today. Can you believe that? All I had today was tea. Whoa. Did you see that? That was a massive lightning strike. Yo, that was crazy. Going to the mall for shopping. I'll try to implement it. Very nice. Germany really never had bad thunderstorms today. I remember rain, but no bad thunderstorms. Yeah, honestly, we do get thunderstorms, but they're kind of rare. And I love them in Germany just because I know thunderstorms are not dangerous in Germany. I mean, obviously, if you're outside, it will be dangerous. But there's no tornado or anything like that, you know. So I kind of like them in Germany. So I was always super excited as a kid when we had a thunderstorm. But it's super rare. So yeah, it's kind of like a treat, you know, in Germany to get a thunderstorm. I really love them, especially in summer. Sometimes when there was a thunderstorm, I would even take my mattress, and my sister and I would sleep outside on the balcony because we had a balcony that had a roof over it, kind of like a porch, but on the second floor. Like we had a house with a balcony and a terrace downstairs. So we would sleep outside in the summer and just enjoy the storm. So I always loved weather. So now that I'm in America, in Tennessee, I get treated with a lot of crazy, exciting weather, but I'm still not very used to it. So I'm still scared when there's a storm warning. Hi Jason, how are you doing? My cat literally just jumped on my back, by the way, while I'm saying that. You in Jamestown? Jamestown. Let me look that up. I want to see if you're far away from me, just weather-wise, so I can tell you what's going on with the weather. Okay, so you're way more in the west and the east, sorry. So you're basically more East Tennessee, right, and Mid Tennessee, I guess. But yeah, you should still be okay for a while. I think when the storms get to your area, they will be really weak. So the more east they go, the weaker they will get. At least that's what Ryan Hall said earlier. So hang in there. Is Oscar okay? Last week I saw your post that he's going for some surgery. Yeah, he's Mr. Unnatural, by the way. Sorry, it's like I'm gonna answer that real quick. I love turtles. How do you know? Was that just a guess? I love turtles. I am obsessed with turtles. My husband knows all about it. So yes, I do love turtles. It's funny that you said that. Sleeping outside like that sounds so nice. Trying to do that here would be a nightmare. Yeah. Here in Tennessee, I would probably not be alive anymore if I do that. I agree. And that's crazy that you didn't see any thunderstorm in Germany. But yeah, I can see it. It's really, really rare. And if it happened, it was probably not very impressive. I grew up in Storm Alley, USA, so some more than we get in Tennessee. Oh, okay, wow. yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I think I would be on high blood pressure for like all the time, just because I would be so scared of a storm popping up. But I think Dixie Alley, Tennessee, is getting pretty bad too. I think it's turning into the new Storm Alley. But what do I know? I haven't lived here all my life, you know, so I don't know. And this is the only area that I know in America. I never lived anywhere else. And Saga, back to the question about Oscar. Thank you so much for asking, by the way. And yeah, Oscar, he will have to do some surgery pretty soon because they they assume that he has testicular cancer, so they have to remove those out of his body. So that's gonna be a little how to say, a project, and I hope everything is gonna turn out well after he had the surgery. Whoa, that lit up the whole sky. Even my cat got scared of that. But thanks for asking. Yeah, of course, Jason. I'm gonna check in a little bit again. A green screen? I wish. That'd be cool if it was. If I had a green screen with weather, I'd probably put out some tornadoes to make it a little bit more scary looking. I also had a dog called Salu, but after spending 5 to 6 years, he went into complete brumation-like stage. Generally not applies for a dog and cat after 2 or 3 days. He passed away. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's terrible, Saga. Sorry to hear that. Losing a dog is definitely such a sad thing. They're just like family members, especially after so many years. Yeah, she's definitely a little restless, that's for sure. When my cats are scared, that's usually not a good sign. They're usually pretty chill in the storm, but when they get scared, that's not very good. But I hope we made it to the worst part already. I understand that, Saga. Yeah, just to avoid the pain that comes with it, right? Losing an animal, because eventually you will lose an animal if you get a new one. Yeah, I get that. Trying to avoid getting into that emotional vulnerability. Excuse me. No. Let's not do that. Let's get away from the window, okay? Hi, Funny. How's the weather? How's Ohio doing? I think Christopher said it's looking pretty good in Ohio right now, or pretty calm. Ooh. That was a good one, wasn't it?
Major damage south of Somerset, Kentucky, near Highway 27. So this is some of the first images I'm seeing of the actual part of Somerset. I'm not sure exactly what we're looking at there. But something large was hit pretty hard there.
I'm checking out Jamestown right now.
I just retweeted that. Make sure you guys go follow Billy Rowley. He's storm chasing in this area all the time, which is something that we don't have in this part of the world, obviously.
So it's looking pretty calm over there.
Look at that. Now the debris ball looks even worse than it was before. So like this thing is getting stretched out. Okay, so like I don't know how much longer this is gonna last. The supercell overall looks a little bit less healthy now.
Yeah, Jamestown is definitely gonna be okay, at least for the next hours. And I don't think after a couple hours the storm will still be very active. So I think you should be in the clear over there. Windy and cloudy. Okay, so it's windy where you are. Guess that storm is really pretty widespread. We are supposed to get some kittle storms here, starting around 5. Don't think there'll be much though. Okay, that's good. So 5 a.m. That makes sense, yeah. They take a while to travel up there. This is why I love living in San Diego. Flip-flops and shorts year round. I believe it. That sounds actually pretty neat, to be honest. I would lie if I said that I didn't think about living somewhere or considered moving somewhere like Colorado or somewhere more in the Montana area or Oregon. But then again, you know, there's wildfires and bad weather is really everywhere, I think. Or can you name one state in America where there's no bad weather? Like no wildfires, no earthquakes, no storms. But I heard so many good things about San Diego. And I wish Marco was here because he lived, one of our friends here, community, he lived in San Diego. And he's German too. And he loved it. He said it's his favorite city in the world, I think, if I remember that correctly. Are you good? Shuriken, I can't understand. Don't worry. I'm not typing police here. Take your time. The weather's not going anywhere. I don't know if we'll still see some more storms. I really think we got lucky that most of it went to the north and we pretty much got spared by the crazy winds. It sounded way worse than it actually is or was. And this happens all the time here in Tennessee, especially when you watch Ryan Hall. Like, he's awesome, amazing coverage and support stream to calm your nerves and really be informed. But you tend to be more scared of the weather than what it actually turns out to be. But at the same time, it's good. It makes you cautious and aware, and you're not just, putting your headphones on, playing video games, or going out to eat, acting like nothing's gonna happen. Like, it's definitely good to be more prepared than not being prepared at all. But the last couple times when our town or this area was right in the epicenter, or not epicenter, at the center of the storm, I got really scared, and my whole day basically evolves around the storm, getting ready for the storm and having an eye on it. Like, when I know today or on that day there will be storms, even if it's in the evening, I'll be prepared all day. I'll be like alert all day. So, and then in the end, when the storm actually comes through, it's like, rain, and then it's done. But I mean, I'm glad, it would be worse or it would be terrible if it wasn't like that. So I guess I shouldn't complain about it. Or I'm not actually complaining, but I hope you know what I mean. Like, you're like super prepared and scared, and then in the end, it's really not that bad, and you could have just used the day for something more productive and, do something that you wanted to do anyways, instead of just waiting for the storm, basically. I believe the souls that travel from one place to the next today will feel very happy to get that extra charge from the lightnings and boost from the winds. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. I hope they did get some extra boost today. Ooh, it's definitely a lightning show. I think it's on the other side of the building now. I wish we get some more lightning strikes. I just love seeing them. There we go. Some thunder coming in. So the storm is pretty much very close, almost above us, I would say, because that thunder came immediately after the lightning. Think about that. They're living today. That's a good way to see it.
Oh shit, I'm getting fucked up.
They're having a good time today.
I'm so too.
I feel like maybe it's their souls when they're upset and they're just, releasing all their anger and resentment onto the earth with the lightning
I
strikes
thought there was sequel and might just poison me.
and the thunder. But that one earlier was crazy. Whoa. Did you see that? I hope the camera captured that one. But yeah, earlier there was this one going straight down, like a really thick one, right into the cross of the church, like the tower. Any Germans' philosophy on afterlife and souls? There is one, like a tradition, so to say, that when someone dies at home, or in general when someone dies in a building, you would open the window so that the soul can ascend to heaven, so to say, and isn't trapped in the house and haunts the house. So you'd have to open the windows in the house so the soul can escape and go to heaven. That is one. And there's one in China, from like ancient China, where they would also open the windows, or they would take them up on the roof so they could ascend to the heaven more easily. Not through the door, eh? No, yeah, that's a good point. Actually, you could just open the door, I guess. But I guess they have the image of the soul just floating through the window instead of using the door. Good point, though. I would probably open both. Just making sure my house not getting haunted. But yeah, I don't know if there's any more German philosophy on afterlife. I guess since Germany or Germans are usually pretty oftentimes Christian, not all of them obviously, but oftentimes. It's just a very classical story of souls going to heaven or hell, depends on what your life was like or what you believe in. Why does it feel like the soul were having an affair with the body and someone caught it and it jumps through the door? Well, it would probably be hiding in a closet if that was the case. That's funny. Never thought about that. It jumps to the door. I want to see some more lightning strikes. I just love watching them, especially when a storm has passed, kinda, and there's no imminent danger or tornado threats. Then I can finally actually enjoy the thunder and the lightning. The sky's definitely getting lit up. I hope you're getting all that bad weather later this morning. funny. I hope not the storms and all that, but at least a little bit of the lightning show. It makes life more exciting to have a little bit of crazy weather. Not too crazy though. A good happy medium. Just exciting enough, but not too dangerous. That's what I like. But yeah, I just feel like a good storm makes me feel alive. Also funny, I had Indian food the other day, not at the restaurant that I talked to you about. The one I want to go to, I still have to do that another time, just because they have such a big buffet and I want to try it. But I went to the usual one, like my standard Indian restaurant, and they had a lot of new items on the menu. And they actually had paneer masala, or tikka masala, paneer tikka masala. I forgot the right order of the name, but it was so good. I was so happy to see it because usually I only have chicken tikka masala, and you know I don't like to eat meat, so I was really happy to see that they had the paneer version, and I ate so much food. Out Touch, yeah, that's the one I want to go to next time. But I just went to my classic Indian restaurant, and they're super nice there. And I did order my chai, and I didn't say chai tea, so it only happened on stream, I promise. I said chai instead of chai tea. I hope you're proud of me. Oh man, the people in Kentucky, they're getting hit bad. And still listening to the Ryan Hall stream in the background. Ooh, that was a bright one. And there's the talk about Kentucky. They're getting hammered with rain and tornadoes. Yay. Ryan Hall said, "Holy smokes, I want to see what happened." Let's see.
Looks like it's went just to the south of London. I don't know if we took a direct hit at the airport or not, but I would be surprised if we didn't.
He said something about airport, but I don't know which one.
Yeah, this thing's been on the ground for like, it seems like about 50 miles or so. Maybe even longer.
I think we made it through the worst. Eating tomato salad with one hand. Oh no, you're good. Don't worry. I love tomato salad. I had a salad today too, but not tomato salad. I love tomato salad though. How do you make your tomato salad? We have a very German recipe. My grandma always made that one. And we just chop up tomatoes and onions. So we cut both in half and cut them into like slices, like half slices. And then we just mix the tomatoes with the onion. Add a bunch of sugar. So actually quite a lot of sugar. So it's not very healthy, I guess. But I mean, it's still salad after all. So it's not too bad, I guess. But yeah, we add sugar to the tomatoes and the onion, and salt, pepper, and vinegar. And then we just let it sit, sometimes overnight, so the juices get out of the tomatoes and the onion are not as strong anymore because of the vinegar and the sugar. And that is so delicious. That's one of my favorite salads. And my grandma always ate that at least once or twice a week. and she ate a lot of raw onions in general and avocados, and she almost turned 100 years old, and she was so fit. Like, she would still clean her house and do her laundry, and she basically did everything by herself until she was, until the very end, until she was 80 years old, or 97, I think. So definitely my role model, longevity role model. And she ate bread every single day. So when people say bread is bad, I don't know. I think it really just depends. When you grew up with it, it's probably not that bad.
Life of all damage takes a third of your life away, I guess.
I heard that there's some research that it is good for you if you stick close with the foods that your ancestors grew up with, because it is more likely that you will tolerate it better because it is in your genetics that you're used to those foods. I have no idea how true that is. I just saw that in like a scientist YouTube video that a scientist made, and it's like a talk with like another scientist or a doctor, and he said that you should pick the few ingredients that are most common where your family comes from. So for me, that would definitely be bread. Wheat bread, sourdough bread, potatoes for sure, since I'm German, and cabbage. So cabbage, potatoes, bread, and probably meat, but I don't like it, so I'm not doing the meat. What else would be popular? Good question. Probably any wheat products. Oats, I guess, something like that. And he was talking about like ancestors, not just like your grandparents, but your grandparents. Like, you have to go back quite a bit, so you need to know a little bit about your family, like where they're from, to figure that out. But yeah, definitely bread and potatoes for me, and cabbage. Thank you, Halle Berry. The baddest or the worst part of the storm has already passed through, so we're pretty safe now. I'm watching the Ryan Hall stream, and I have the National Weather Service on my computer, just monitoring everything pretty closely. But I appreciate your concern. Thank you so much. Are you safe too? Are you in America as well? Cut the Roma tomatoes, put a little butter and roast them in low flame pan, add pepper, salt, all those pickles. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I have to try that. Did you see that lightning strike? It went right into the church. At least that's what it looked like, because there's a little church tower over there. It's coming in now. Might be another line of storms. Check the weather radar real quick. Man, I'm so excited for, I think it's in October, if I'm not wrong. There will be some free courses that are held, I think it's the library. So there will be weather courses by weathermen. So meteorologists will give free courses I think it's every October. And it's in a lot of areas in Tennessee or in America in general, I think. At least in the stormy, prone to storms area. And I'm so excited to learn more about reading the weather and making predictions and all that. So get ready for that. I'm gonna be your Tennessee Twister news reporter or weather reporter. Lots of mushrooms tomorrow. Oh yeah, for sure, after all the rain. You too, Shuriken, thank you so much. Stay safe too. I hope you're not getting hit by any storms tomorrow. But I think tomorrow should be calm and calmer than today for sure. Good night, Shuriken. We'll see you next time. I think we're pretty much clear. There's just a little bit of lightning still going on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon because my phone battery is also pretty low. And yeah, I think we really made it through the bad storms. I'm really happy. I was so anxious all day long and I was so worried about that. And yeah, I'm just glad that it's over. And now it's just rain and a little bit of thunder. And now I can finally enjoy the rain because I love rain. Rain is my favorite weather. So now that I know the tornado threats have passed through, I can finally enjoy the rain at night because I love hearing it. But yeah, thank you so much guys for hanging out with me and calming my nerves. It helped so much. I wish you knew how much. Oh wow, that was a good lightning storm right there. I'm so glad I captured so many lightning storms or lightning strikes on camera today. That was a big part why I want to do a live stream, just so I can show you the lightning strikes. Because sometimes they're really intense here in Tennessee. Not too long ago, I saw one going horizontal for like, I don't know, it was like the whole sky basically was just one big lightning strike horizontal. That's probably the coolest lightning strike I've ever seen. You can't get sleep for some reason. I have those nights too, funny. Insomnia nights. The struggle is real, I feel you. Sometimes, especially after a long day of work or a whole week of work, I have that a lot on Fridays actually, and today is Friday. I just remembered, where I feel like I didn't have much time for myself, and then something is trying to stop me from going to sleep. Just kind of like a fear of missing out kind of thing, I guess. Maybe that's part of it, I assume. That I just want to use the night to do something for myself, you know. Either watch something, edit my videos, or just anything. So I can't really enjoy going to bed and getting my rest in. But yeah, there's multiple reasons for insomnia. I hope you'll find some sleep later and that it will make you sleepy. And I might stop by real quick if you're streaming before I go to bed, because I think I might be up for a little bit longer, just in case the storm is getting worse again. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out and, like I said, calming my nerves. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great time playing games. Ooh, that was a sick one. That was good. A good last lightning strike on camera. Oh, the thunder is right over us, or the thunderstorm. Like that was basically immediately after the lightning. I love that rumble. Okay, good night everyone, and see you next time. Thank you for hanging out. Bye y'all.